Golf is a game that requires a caddy, but their job is often misunderstood. While many people believe that their only task is to carry golf equipment, caddies have much more responsibility. Ted Scott is an exceptional caddy who has been on the job for 4 Ryder Cup teams, 2 President Cup teams, and has been a part of 18 PGA victories and 3 Masters victories. What makes Ted different than most? His annual earnings. Ted's currently taking home more than most golfers on the PGA Tour. Ted's extensive golfing experience makes him stand out from other caddies. He played golf from a young age and even played on mini tours for a while. Although he never turned pro, his +4 handicap and excellent communication skills enable him to provide advice and comments to any golfer he caddies for. Moreover, Ted's sense of humor and ability to read the room make him an excellent caddy. He knows how to reduce tension on bad days and has even won the World Foosball Championship in 1994. Besides, Ted is a fast learner who taught himself how to play the piano in just 4 months while traveling as a caddy. Ted has worked with various golfers, including Paul Azinger, Grant Waite, Fred Funk, and Olin Brown. However, his 15-year partnership with Bubba Watson was the most memorable, and the two won 10 PGA Tour events together. In 2021, Bubba and Ted separated after Watson revealed he was struggling with wrist pain. Imagine the surprise on everyone's faces when Watson announced they were going their separate ways in September 2021 after 15 years together. At the time, Watson announced on social media that their separation was mutual. But you know how these things are, it's never quite what it looks like. It wasn't until a year later that Watson revealed the truth about their separation, saying, "I have no regrets, and I don't think he does either." So I called him and told him. I said, "Look, man, I'm 43 years old. I don't know what I'm going to do. My wrist is killing me." He also added, "I can't tell him what I'm going to do in 10 years. I can't tell you what I'm going to do in 6 months." He needed 10 years for his own personal retirement and things going on in his life, and so we split up. No big deal. Bubba said he felt Scott would be happy about them splitting up now, and we agreed. Why? Well, it was after splitting up that he got the new caddying gig that makes him so much money. Okay, maybe not immediately after. For a while after leaving Watson, Scott went back to teaching. Ted has coached some of the top amateur golfers in the sport. Ted's sabbatical was short-lived. He soon got a call from Scotty Scheffler. Scheffler was already making a name for himself in the golf world as one of the hottest young players on the tour. He was even named the PGA Tour Rookie of the Year for the 2019 to 2020 season and was on the U.S. team that won the Ryder Cup in 2021. Clearly, he was a skilled player, but it turns out that partnering with Ted Scott was the extra push he needed to make him world-class. They met at a Bible study meeting, and when Scheffler offered Ted the job, the veteran caddy said he first prayed on it, asked his children for their opinion, and then he had to put down some ground rules. Scotty Scheffler was known to lose his temper during rounds, and Ted wasn't interested in being part of that. Scheffler was just in his mid-20s while Ted was well over 50, so he told Scheffler, "I want to come work with you, but you have got to promise me that you're going to work on your temper and keep it together out there." Scheffler promised to work on his temper, has since kept his promise, and the two have gone on to become one of the best duos on the tour. In 2022 alone, Ted was on the bag for Scotty's 4 PGA Tour wins and his first ever major title at the 2022 Masters. At this point, Ted Scott is more of an Augusta National expert than most members. With Ted as his caddy, Scheffler got the #1 spot on the official World Golf Rankings and has added 2 more wins in 2023. Definitely a big win for the 26-year-old and his bank account, but he's not the only one benefiting from these wins. Ted Scott's bank account is also reaping the benefits. Normally, a caddy earns a base salary plus the percentage of the player's winnings. So the better the player you caddy for, the more wins he gets, the more you earn as a caddy. The usual percentages are 10% of the earnings for a win, 7% of a top 10 finish, and 5% of any other earnings. With the golf purses at an all-time high, Scotty Scheffler made almost $9 million in 2022 from all the tournament wins he recorded for the year. By the normal rates, this means that Scott received 10% of this massive sum, which means he made about $900,000 just for the wins. Ted Scott is also said to have a normal annual salary of about $135,000, regardless of the winnings of the golfer he caddies for. This means he must have earned over $1 million just as a caddy in 2022. But what is more shocking is this. From just the $900,000 Ted made from Scheffler's winnings, many PGA golfers didn't make near that in 2023. In fact, that sum places him as the 78th on the PGA Tour money list for the season. We're not even taking a dig at the likes of Doug Ghim, Matthew Neesmith, and Alex Smalley. But even as pro golfers, this dude didn't make nearly as much as Ted did. But hey, if you want to chase a career as a golfer, sure. Just saying that if it doesn't work out, being a caddy for a top player isn't such a bad idea. What do you think? Is caddying your new favorite thing? Or is Ted Scott now your favorite caddy? Let us know in the comments section and enjoy our other videos.